Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to use the Stamp-a-ma-jig. This is a tool that I absolutely love. I'm using Stays-On black ink, and I've already stamped my image on here in a different color. You don't want to use Stays-On these imaging sheets because it doesn't come off, it stays on. So you're going to put your imaging sheet here, stamp in a different color, stamp the image onto the sheet with your positioning tool right in the corner. Now I'm going to bring this up to my cardstock because I just hate it when I stamp my words crooked. So put your tool in on the imaging sheet, move that out of the way, put your block in there, and stamp, and that's going to turn out perfect every time. So there's a little tip for you on the Stamp-a-ma-jig. Okay, once I have my words on my cardstock, then I've taken Daffodil Delight ink and my daisy flower from Secret Garden stamp set, and I'm going to ink that up real good, and then bring in my pumpkin pie and take a dauber. I love our daubers. Your finger fits in the ends, you can hold on to them, and then I'm just touching it around the outside of my flower. This is called the rock and roll technique, but I found that rolling the stamp in my ink pad didn't work so good, so I had to modify. Oh, and I do like to put a little bit right in the middle. Just a little bit of pumpkin pie. Then we're going to stamp our first image right here. And how pretty is that? You can see the edges have a darker tone, the orange. Okay, and before I clean my stamp off, I'm just going to stamp it again right here so I get a very faded image. Clean my stamp, and then we're going to do it again. Put the color on the edges, and again just a little bit in the middle, and I'm going to stamp another flower here and then another one down here, and then I want one more flower over here. I don't think I have to re-ink for that. Just get a little bit of color right there. I think I'd like one more flower here, so we're going to try this one more time. Getting triple duty here. And again, with a little color right around the outside, a little bit in the middle. I'm going to stamp one more dark daisy right. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I cut out my flower. Again, I'm just taking another stamped image, a little bit in the middle, stamp it on a scrap of white, and then we're going to cut this out with a framelit. So, through the power and magic of television, I've already done that. This will show you just how easy it is. Here's our little framelit that goes with the stamp set. So here's our image. We're going to put a dimensional on the back of it and put this on the front of our card. And that goes in place right here. And then I promised to show you the bow tire, so here it is. I've taken a piece of seam binding, Daffodil Delight, that's about 13 inches long, and you're going to place your ribbon around your bow tire so that it's in a Cancer bow. Now, once you get that, this top ribbon goes underneath and back over the top. Once you have it in place here, you can kind of adjust it a little bit, and then you're just going to tie it in a knot behind here. Oops, if I can get that through there. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. Pop out one of your nails, and here's our pretty little bow. And now you can do some adjusting on it. And then I just took it on the front of my card and taped it over the edge. Just like that. Okay? There you go. Now the bow tire has 6 holes in it, and these 2 middle holes are 1 inch apart, and then you go a ½ an inch from each end here. So you can make tiny little bows, or you can make great big bows depending on the size that you need. This is a really nice tool. Have somebody make one for you if you can't drill holes in a piece of wood. So I wanted to tell you how to do the pearls. I took a Sharpie marker, a colored one, and this one happens to be orange, and you can just color your pearls. You could also do this with rhinestones, and it's really fun. So you're just going to color them while they're right on your little sticky sheet, And then I like to use my pokey tool to pick these tiny little things up, and you can just attach them right to your image, just like that. Okay, so there we go. We have Daffodil Delight with Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight seam binding. The stamp set is coming from the Vintage Verses set. That's a free set you can get this month during celebration. And then we have Not Quite Navy and Baja Breeze. Those are the color combinations I used here. And then again, I used a Sharpie marker in the center on my pearls. And then I used Rose Red and Pretty in Pink on this one. So very pretty cards. This would make a really nice box set as a gift too. Make a couple more, 2 or 3 more, and put them with envelopes, and you've got a really nice combination. So thanks so much for stamping with me today.